Hi everybody, this is Wednesday and I am down in the garage and I'm going to be doing two different things today, maybe three. I got these little cotton bales at the Dollar Tree. It came with three of them and there's wire that's wrapped around the bottom. I undid the wire and I have one in a little box. I got this at the Dollar Tree too. And I'm going to be angling this down in a minute. I'm going to be filling this with just pure clear resin. And what you're hearing in the background is I have already mixed my resin, and it is in the debubbler by Resin, I believe. And I wanted to try to get as many bubbles out as possible. It is Let's resin that I'm using. I also have a coaster here. It's already got a thin coat of clear resin in there. And we are going to be, hopefully I didn't put too much, we're going to be using one of those on there with some of these. And we're going to be making a snowflake coaster. We're also, if I don't run too late, somebody pointed out that when I did the T-Expert gift box, that they saw on Amazon when they went to look at it that this was flat, not a trinket tray like I made. And I poured it that way, so where there was a lip, and it made it a little tray. Evidently you can pour it two ways. So I'm going to pour it on the top to make it flat, to make it a keychain. But I wanted to let y'all know that you most definitely, this is a two-way mold. You can pour it this way, where it makes a little bitty tray. This would be a really cute shaker also. But then you can do it this way, where it's got the lip. That's the way I did it. But then you can turn it around where there's no lip and it's just a flat mouse ear. So we're going to do this today also, if I have time. If I don't talk too much and it's not an hour video, I just want to say hello. I'm going to angle it all down while we do the work, but I just want to say hello. And for all of you that are new here, my name is Beth. Hello, and I'm glad you're here. For my subscribers or the ones that have been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And while you're watching the video, if you like it, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you've not subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much, and we're going to get to it. All right, y'all. I want you to see this. You see all those little tiny micro bubbles at the very bottom? But Let's Resin is really good about debubbling. So I'm going to give it just a couple of more seconds. And I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, let's try this. Because I really want it as bubble free as possible. Now, part of me tells me to dip this first. And I'm going to. I hope y'all can see this. I'm going to take this in and I hope it does not come apart. I'm going to dip this first. I'm going to put this back in and hopefully get it back the way I had it hanging. I don't want it touching the bottom, so I've got to make sure. Okay, let me pour. I'm going to pour from high up, very slowly. And I'm going to check and see, and there are a few bubbles. I know I'm leaking resin. Normally, I don't really care about bubbles. And I know I'm not going to be able to get every one of them out. But I do not want a lot of bubbles. There's bubbles in the corners. And I don't want those there. And I know my head is probably going to get in the way. Because I'm trying to... I can see the bubbles. Is my arm in the way? Let me just hang this over. Okay. And I did clean this mold out good with tape prior to doing this. Okay, I don't see any more, but that doesn't mean... I don't expect this to be bubble free. I'm just trying to get as many out as possible. Okay. I'm trying to get it in there the way that I want it. And I am pouring it slowly. And you know, a cotton bale is nothing fancy. It's rising. I'm going to have to put something on top of it to keep it down. But it is a symbol of the South. And where I grew up in West Tennessee, there are cotton fields all over the place. Look at those bubbles popping up. Look at them breaking. Do y'all see that? Oh, that's the coolest thing ever. Look at that go. This is Let's Resin, y'all. And if y'all didn't believe that this was a self-degasser before, you can see it in really big, bold action right here. That is the coolest thing ever. You see the bubbles coming up, and you see, and I did this. I dipped it in resin. Look at that, it's still coming up. Right there. For some reason, right there. They're still coming. It's the cotton. It's the cotton in it. That's exactly what it is. I was going to put this on my heat mat, but I am not going to do that until I make sure. I'll sit here and hold this, even if I have to stop the video. But we'll see how long this takes, because I'm going to have to figure out something to put over it to keep it down. I have this paint stick, so that's what's going to do it. But it's still air is still, and until it finishes. Maybe it's done now. Okay, the bubbles are not coming up. I'm going to make sure that it's not flipping over. That's what I don't want it to do. So, what I'm going to do to make sure that it does not flip over is I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Nope, it's still, it needs to be right there. I know y'all probably cannot see this. I'm looking in a corner right down there, and that's the only way I know where it's at. I had the fish that flipped on me, and I don't want this flipping on me. I'm going to let y'all see this. I'm going to pull it out. Okay, I'm moving it over here, y'all. And it is not totally to the top. But I am going to put it to the top when I get this on the heat mat. I gotta figure out something to keep it lined up good. got a tile here. And let's hope that that is good to go. Okay. I'm changing gloves because I've been playing with that resin, trying to get that thing stuck down good. Y'all cross your fingers and your toes and your legs that it doesn't float to one side or the other. At least I know it's not going to float totally upside down like my poor little fish in the bag did. Okay. We're going to wipe this off. Wow, this resin. Oh, the resin's getting warm. Okay, we got to hurry. I don't want to waste that much resin, so, but I got to get this off of here. Okay, good enough. And I may have filled this up too much for these stars. Let's hope not. But I'm afraid I did. Oh, but I like that one right there. But I do like that one too. And I want to put snowflakes in it, so it's going to be this one. No, it's going to be this one. Okay, these are real sticky. You see my fingerprint on there? It's stuck. I hate these gloves. They're so big. They're just big. I'm going to have to dome this, but that's okay. I don't mind doming it. Okay, I got to get these off. They're sticking to everything. I go through so many gloves. Sorry, y'all. Just bear with me. These fit me good, but they are harder to get on. Okay. I am going to put some of my Marabou Rainbow alcohol ink because I want it shimmery. Okay. And I incorporated, oh, look at all those bubbles I incorporate. Oh, this is getting so hot. Okay, I'm not going to slow down here. This is not for a coaster. This is going to be for a little decoration anyway, so I don't mind it if it's a little domed. I'm looking for my tweezers. And I cannot find them. So let's try this little spoon. I'll move them around when I get them down in the resin. Okay. Move them around. Ah, yeah, this is getting really, really thick, y'all. I almost waited too long. Can you see this? I'm going to go ahead and pour this because I don't want to waste the resin. Yeah, we're working against the clock here. But since it's already thick, let's go ahead and try something different too. Oh, because this is so thick. Yeah, maybe I'll look like snow. Snowflakes. Who knows? But I have the resin, so I do not want to waste it. This is how I learn a lot of things. When I'm forced to do something, to use it real quick, and I don't really think about it. I just want to get it in something. I've really liked just about every time that I've done that. Okay. This is like taffy now. I don't think these are clean, but let's try it because I don't want to waste it. Let's see if I can get one in here. Let's see if it will work. I don't know if it will, because can you see it? I mean, this is, I let it set way, way too long. But I'm going to try. I'm going to warm this up with my heat gun. Okay. It's not moving, y'all. Do you see that? It is not moving at all. I'm looking for my little tool. It's really sharp and I don't see it. I need something like a toothpick. There it is. Wow. I don't think I had as much working time with this as I normally do. Maybe I heated it up too well. Okay, it was in the resinier for the bubble remover. I forgot about that. For 9 minutes. I put it in there for 9 minutes. So that may be why. And I need to get this out of here because that's just going to be a goopy mess if I don't. This all is going to be a goopy mess. And I've got to get this cleaned up. This is going to drive me insane. Are y'all like that? I don't know. It just really bothers me to have a sticky mess. And it's all sticky. I mean, everything is sticking to me. So, I mean, even this baby wipe won't get off my finger. My fingers are so sticky. Look at that. Look at all that resin I wasted. That's a shame right there. But there's not anything you can do with this. But you know what? I'm not throwing it away because I reuse. I got most of that out of there though. I reuse this. I chop it up and use it as filler. So I'll just throw that. I'll just throw that in there. And I'll wait till it gets hard. And I will get that off. And y'all don't need to see me clean off my area. I love this mat though. I do have to say I love the mat. And this puffy heart is just way too full. And I do need to get it down. And I may ruin it, and if I do, then so be it. But it is just too full. Can y'all see this? It's like taffy. Yeah, these gloves are going to have to come off. Putting the bigger ones on so I can go ahead and show you, see if I can salvage this heart. I took almost all the white off of it, when I did that, but it was so overflowing. I took alcohol, and I'm trying to get it so where at least it's workable. And I think I have accomplished that. And so I'm gonna take off the excess. You can tell how dry it was. Look, I mean, it's sticking. And this is, it is hot in here though, because I've got the heater going because it's so cold outside. And it may have something to do with that. And of course it did set in the bubble machine for 9 minutes. But I started with it right after that. But I did heat it up because it was so thick. I did heat it up, so maybe that's got something to do with it too. That is just stuck on resin, y'all. I may have ruined this brush. Nope. It's coming off. It's just a cheapo brush, but it's one that I cut the top off, and it just works so well. I hate to just throw it in the trash can if I don't have to. And it is. It's coming right off of there. And I know I probably should have ended this already, but I've got to use my hand to do that with, and I've got to get this stuff off before it's too late. I had to change my screensaver on my phone because I've gotten resin on where I was trying to turn it off and on, not realizing that I had resin on my gloves when I was doing it. Oh my. And this would have been easier if I had waited till it dried and just peeled it off. But I have a hard time working on a dirty work area. It's just my personality. You know, some people wouldn't bother a bit, but it just really bothers me. And please forgive me and just overlook it, please. I am who I am. We're all different. But I have some things I've got to get done while these are drying for orders. And so I can't just leave it here till it dries. Okay. And I think I did that too thick, but that's okay. That's for me anyway. Oh wow, it's already starting to dry. Oh, I got the big gloves on. I forgot that I had the big gloves on. Okay, I smoothed it up. I put alcohol. Anytime I want to do that, if I put alcohol on the baby wipe or my glove, just make sure that there's enough alcohol, and when you touch it, it does help to smooth it down. And since I'm going to have to put a little bit more on it when it's done. Oh, why is that like that? It's like, I don't know, look. It's not moving. It's like, but what is that? I don't like that. I don't like that ring that was there. Did y'all see that? Okay. It's pretty though. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to take these off so I can hit the thing. I'm going to stop this and I will be back when this is all cured. Alrighty, we are back. I believe this is done. We will start with this one. Oh, look at that. The center is covered, but that's okay. Oh, that's quite pretty. Can you can you see that? And I could drill that out if I wanted to, but you know, I think I'm going to make that into a magnet. So I'm okay with that being that way, unless I decide to make that into a necklace, because that is quite pretty right there. For being thick, goopy resin and just throwing it in there and having to scrape half of it out. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. My hands are on fire right now. I just cut about 15 jalapenos because I was stuffing them. And it is, see, my skin is red. And I washed my hands, so I don't know. Okay, this is the Mickey Mouse. Actually, we're supposed to be calling it mouse ears. The one that I did out of the T-Expert gift box. But I did it this way. I did it to where the lip was. And I don't know what I did with it, or I would show that and compare it. I don't know where I put the... It's not over here, so I must have put it in the other room. Okay, but I poured it on this side, and somebody on YouTube had said something about it was flat with, you know. So I thought, well, okay, let's pour this and see what happens. So this is what I did. And, oh, okay. Now this is something that y'all need to know. You see how it's matte? It's matte. It's matte on that side. It's not matte on that side. My other one didn't do that. But it's quite matte on this side. And of course, I've got quite a bit of over pour. And this is still not hard enough to do this. So I will do that later. I don't, you know, you can do this like this, but I don't like the fact that it's matte on one side. Now that's all over pour right there. Yeah, I got a bunch of overpour. Let me see if I can cut it off, because it's making it look really bad. So let me just cut it all off. Hopefully this video is not extremely long yet. This knife is so dull that it's, let me see if this is any better, but I don't think this one's any better either. Well, actually, yes it is. It's a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. When resin's is soft, this doesn't work real well. I don't know why, but all day long I have been thinking this was Monday. I guess it's been like a Monday for me. Now you have to remember, this was goopy too. When I poured this, it was like goop. Okay, well that looks a little bit better. But even this, I don't know what that is. That must be a bubble on the inside. But this is matte, which I guess is okay. This side doesn't look bad. But I really wish this had not have been matte, which I could put. Okay, let's try this. Let's put a little bit of UV resin on and stick it up underneath the lamp. Let me get the lamp on and make sure that I can get it up underneath there. Oh, you have to touch, and I should not be doing this without gloves. I've got a glove on that hand, but I'm just going to put a little bit. I just want to see. And I got these big old fat gloves on. So give me a minute to get this glove up here, because I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to wipe it to get a little bit. Oh, I do not. Okay, I'm getting another glove on. I do not want to touch UV resin with my bare hands. That has caused me issues that I'm still dealing with. So and yes, it definitely. Let me see if this will help it level out a little bit. Uh-oh. What is wrong with my... Oh, I know. I had to take... Okay. That did help. Let me stick it up underneath the UV light while we do the other ones. I really do like that though. Okay. Now let's, well, this is not a surprise because you can see it, but and I do need to put a little bit more. And this was goopy too. Of course, there's a lot of little pieces. And there's a big old bubble. Look at that bubble. Okay, one thing I'm learning with the Let's Resin, if you put it in the bubble remover, because it was in there, I mixed it up, I put it in there for 9 minutes. It may have sat in there for a minute, so that's 10 minutes. But I thought you had like 40-minute working time, and that was not the case with this. So maybe it's because it was so warm in here. I do have an oscillating heater right behind me. So maybe that was it. And, you know, it was gunky when I was trying to move it around. I don't know how to fix that right there. And the back looks really bad. I don't know. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. This is probably going to, I wish it was bendable. Oh, it is bending. Oh, look at there. It is bending in the middle. Look at there. No, it's just where, but you see where it's bending? Yeah, this I'm not going to do anything with. I don't want to trash it, but I may have to. I don't know. I might try something. Yeah, I'll use that as an experimental piece. I won't just throw it away. I'll experiment around with it. But this was a fail. This is poking out. This is going over. This was too goopy. The resin didn't do anything. And that looks horrible. That should have a coating, a back on there. But that does not look good to me either. But I can cover it up with a color and do something else. But there's that big bubble, and you can feel it. It's like an indentation. I don't know if you see, it's all the way through. So, yeah, this is a fail. Oh, poo hiss. I really liked those. I thought that was pretty. And I still think it would make a pretty coaster. I just put too much down first, and it caused it to be too thick. But, okay. So, we've got, let's see. I think this was a success. I love the way that looks. The Mickey ears. Let's see if it's... Okay, that's better looking. With the UV resin on there. Now, that is cool. Can you see the way that the white did inside? Now, I like that with the UV resin. And that's all I had to do. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. So I'll say that was a success too. We've had one failure, 2 successes. Let's hope this is the third. I have no idea. But it feels hard. And so we're going to try it. We're going to demold it. I see bubbles though. I did take the tile off of it already, and I cut the wire down, and I did put a little bit more resin, as you can see. See the color? I put UV resin. I don't know if you can see that. But I've got to get... I don't want to put alcohol in it if I can get away with it. this is such a firm. I don't know if I can fold this. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to put alcohol. I don't want to, but. Yeah, you see how it's just almost slides out with the alcohol? Let me get a paper towel and wipe it off real fast. Oh, wow, look at the bubbles in that thing. Oh, my, and I put it through the bubble. This is Let's Resin. I put it through the bubble. You see that? It's still cool looking. Oh, look at that big old bubble right there. That's sort of cool, though. I don't really mind that bubble. Or that one, but look at all the little tiny bubbles. That's 10 minutes in the Resinier bubble remover. Wow. See, I don't mind the big bubbles, but look at all the tiny. It is pretty cool looking though. That's wild. That's the same bubble on that side. Oh, that's wild. Oh, wow. Look how gold that looks. That almost looks gold. Look at the cotton. I love the way the cotton looks in there. Look at that. And that looks almost like silver oozing out of it. Wow. There's a bubble. I don't know. This is the very first cube I've ever done. It doesn't look really clear to me, though. Maybe it's because I'm doing it with my gloves. Okay, that does. Okay, it's the blue gloves. And the orange, probably the orange background, because it looks different. It looks so much different on the white. Let's see here. I have a white card up here. Let's put it on this. Okay, that does look different with the white. It still looks, and the color that I put down said it was caramel. It was that. Let's Resin caramel. But that looks almost orangish to me. I don't know. That does not look like the color at all. Nope. But I still like it. And it's different. I mean, how many times have you seen a cotton bale in a cube? Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I tried to do a Temu haul, just a small little one on my iPhone, and for the last 2 hours it's been sitting there just waiting. For some reason my iPhone, it just does not work good with YouTube, and I do not know why. So you probably won't see that little tiny Temu haul. If I can get it uploaded, then you'll see it, and it may not make any sense to you because I was trying to get that uploaded before this was done, so, and that didn't work. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please thumbs up the like button, and if you've not subscribed, I would love for you to do so. Y'all have a fantastic night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.